Hi, and welcome to the channel. I'm Rashonda. I'm the creator, and I'm also the creator of artbyro.com, where you can find over 200 art and drawing tutorials. So today we are going to be doing what I call an abstract line creativity exercise. And this is really fun. It's good for working those creativity muscles and thinking outside the box. And it's a lot of fun. They're fun drawings. You never know what you're going to come up with. You always come up with something original. And they're good for beginners. They're good for your creativity, like I said. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you have as much fun making these as I do. Now let's go ahead and go on over to the art studio. Right, so I call this an abstract line creativity exercise, because you're going to end up making an abstract style picture starting with a simple line. But this is a really, really good creativity exercise. It's easy to do, but it really forces you to think outside the box, and it will push you out of your comfort zone. So it's really, really good for pushing yourself and working on your creativity and developing that. So really simple to start out. All you do is you can use a pen, a pencil, a marker. It doesn't really matter. You just need something to make a line. And then you're just going to make a random, you don't want to think about it at all. You just want to do a random line. And it can go anywhere. It doesn't matter. It can be straight lines. It can be rounded off lines. You can crisscross in front of each other. You can do fewer, you can do more. You can go off your paper, stay on your paper. It really doesn't matter. The purpose of the line is to inspire your drawing. It's there to guide you in what you're going to draw. So that's how you make the line itself. And then what I like to do is I usually work on artist trading cards, so this works really well for artist trading cards. What I'll do is I'll do a series of drawings. So what I'll do is I'll take a bunch of blank artist trading cards, and then I'll do several lines, and that way I have different ones that I can look at and see what they look like to me. So this one, for example, if I turn it this way, it reminds me of a balloon animal. Like maybe a bunny. Here's the tail, here's the ears, here's the head, here's a leg, maybe here's the back leg. So looking at this, the first thing that pops out to me is that it looks like a balloon animal. So I would probably take this one and turn it into a balloon animal of like a bunny. Like I said, this reminds me of a bunny. You can also turn them different directions and see if any type of an image comes out. So typically I like to look at them and try to come up with images. This one makes me think of an octopus. So I could make this the head, and these could start to be the arms. And you can add to it. The whole purpose is to inspire an image. And you could also just do an abstract design. I typically look for images when I'm doing mine. And what I'll do is just keep turning it. So maybe this one might look like a dog. This, to me, reminds me of a dog, where here's the ear, here's the nose, and he's tipping his head backwards. These are the paws, that's his tail, and he's kind of jumping up, or almost look like he's dancing or kind of animated. So what I'll normally do is just like that. I'll look at it and figure out what it reminds me of, and I usually just go with the first thing that comes to mind and then see what I can do with it. So you could just keep spinning them around. If nothing pops out at you, like this one kind of makes me think of a deer with the nose and the antlers. And like I said, you can change things up, you can add things. These lines are always going to be there, but they don't necessarily have to interfere with the flow of your artwork. So you can do your antlers, work with this the best you can, It's going to be somewhat abstracted, so don't worry about it being super realistic. You're not trying to do a realistic drawing. But again, just keep turning them. If nothing pops out at you, maybe just skip it, go to the next one. This looks like some kind of elegant bunny rabbit with big fancy ears. Here's a nose, his neck. But so I think you get the idea. You just keep turning them. Like I said, if nothing pops out at you, you can skip and go to the next one. That's why I like doing a series of them. And then also, like I said, if you just can't come up with an image, or if that seems too hard, you can always just take the different areas, make designs, different colors in them, and do something that's completely abstract. So I think I'm going to go ahead and work on this one. And then what I'm going to do is I'll take either this pen or another marker, and I'll start drawing this out. I'll probably use a pencil. So I'll just take my regular drawing pencil, and I might start drawing these out, like defining these as the ears. Maybe I'll do something in here to make it look more like a balloon, where it looks like it's twisted a little bit more. But I think I will do that on a time lapse, so you can watch as I'm doing it, since you won't really be exactly following along. But I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a bunny and try to make it at least a little bit look like it's a balloon type animal. So I'm going to do that, and I will be back when that's finished.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss. I know that we're all screwed when we play our.
Right, I got my bunny all drawn out. I kind of made it look a little bit like a balloon animal, but I also wanted to add some other details in there. I put this little scallop design on his tail just for fun, just to make it look a little bit more like a tail. So don't feel like you have to do things any specific way. Like I said, the whole point of this is to push yourself out of your comfort zone and try something different, come up with something new, work on your creativity, and just see how much you can push it. And that's going to help you. The more you can go out of your comfort zone and try different things, the easier it's going to be for you to be more creative. It's, it's like it's a muscle that you have to work. And the more you work it, the stronger it gets. So you want to have opportunities to do that, to push yourself, to try new things, experiment a little bit, which is why I like doing the artist trading cards, because they're a lot quicker. There's not as much pressure. It's like if you're doing a page in your sketchbook, then you tend to feel like everything has to be perfect. You got one shot at making it right. And it doesn't leave a lot of room for experimenting and trying out different things. So to finish this up, I'm going to add some color. I'm using markers for mine. You can use whatever you want. You could use paint, colored pencils, pastels. Doesn't really matter how you color it, how you finish it up. I like using markers. I like doing mine on artist trading cards, like I said earlier. Of course, you can do yours on any size paper. This will work at any size. I just like the artist trading cards because they're smaller. I can do more. It saves me time. And for me, I feel more relaxed when I'm doing it, and I don't feel as stressed about trying different things out, and I'm not as worried about messing it up because this isn't going to take a really long time to finish. So if I make a mistake and I mess something up, I don't feel like it's the end of the world, because it's not like when you're doing a bigger drawing and you're 2 or 3 hours into it and you try something and you feel like it ruins the entire drawing. You don't experience that when you're working smaller. Not as much anyway. I've seen some really, really detailed artist trading cards that I'm sure they spent hours and hours on, but that's an option. You don't have to spend a ton of time if you don't want to. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish coloring this in. If you're not familiar with what artist trading cards are, there is a link in the description box to our free artist trading card guide. It's a PDF file. You can download, print it, save it, however you want to use it. It'll show you how to cut out your own blank artist trading cards. That's the best way to do it. It keeps it really inexpensive. And the cool thing about them is you can put them in binder sleeves and have a nice little portfolio of your artwork. And then obviously they're meant to be traded, hence the name artist trading cards. But I don't always trade mine. Sometimes they stay in the binder, and every now and then I'll go through and I'll look at them, and it inspires me to come up with some more drawings, or sometimes I'll just go back and look at them, and a lot of times there's some that I had forgotten about, or I can go back and see how my art has changed, how my style has evolved. It's kind of cool to go back and look through them. And then eventually what I'll do is I'll end up trading them, which is kind of cool. I have a couple of binders that are completely filled with other people's artist trading cards, and there's some pretty cool stuff in there. I've been doing it for, probably 30 years now. Off and on. But it's kind of cool to go through and look at what other people have done and how creative they are, and the different things, different medium, different styles. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this guy finished up, put a background on it, and I will be back when I'm done with that.
Be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew lights out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard.
So the background's all filled in. I just added a couple different blues just to fill it in. You can do whatever you want for the background, or you can leave it. And then the last thing that I typically do with my drawings is to use a white Jelly Roll pen just to break up the color a little bit. This is completely optional. You can add a little bit of white highlights to your drawing or not. It's up to you, whatever your preference is for this. I usually end up adding the white. I like it better that way. But again, it's just personal preference, whatever you think looks best. So that's it. This little abstract line creativity drawing is done. It's great to work those creativity muscles and get used to getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. And it's a fun little exercise to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Happy creating! That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you feel inspired to follow along and do some of your own abstract line drawings. And check out that description box. There's some freebies in there for you and some other information. And if you did enjoy the video, please give us a like and subscribe if you want to get notified of future videos. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!